Chapter 3. I'm a new man. When the night nurse came on duty, she asked how I felt. Miserable. I told her, "Did you ever lie 2 weeks without a clean face, hair all tangled up, and a 2-week beard? If you ever did, then you would know just how I feel." She laughed. "There is one part of it I never felt, a 2-week beard. Mr. Stephenson, just wait until I get through my rounds and I will attend to you." At about 9:30 she came with water, razor, brush and comb, and she surely did give me the works. When she was through, I felt like a different man. "Why, Mr. Stephenson, you are a wonderful-looking man. What a difference." I felt cool and soon fell asleep. The next morning I was visited by several nurses who congratulated me on being a good-looking man. It felt good to be noticed, as no one had looked at me twice since my arrival. The doctor came in and made believe he did not know me by saying, "When did they bring you in here?" I chided. "Don't be jealous, doctor, if you see a better-looking man than yourself. Just you wait, you don't know Stephenson yet. I am just coming to life. I am glad to see you this way, Stephenson," commented Dr. Wheeling. The next night, Mrs. Burnham, who had been so kind to me the night before, came straight to my bed, exclaiming, "Good evening, Sir Stephenson. Do you know that every nurse has fallen in love with you? That may be, but I owe it all to you. I am clean and I feel better, but I am lonesome. You see, when I was just a little boy, my mother told me, 'Joe, you are small but sweet.' Since I never grew very tall, I have tried to be sweet ever since, but it seems there is no one here who knows it." "Well, if you had heard what the nurses were saying today," commented Nurse Burnham, "you would be surprised. I don't want to know that night I fell into a half-sleep and was transported to another lifetime. I was lying in a semi-conscious sleep. There was a battlefield, and I was in it. Soldiers were lying everywhere, wounded and dying, and I was amongst. I knew I was not one of them, but was a wounded prisoner. I felt myself dying, and my soul-mind, or my spirit, as I called my soul-mind in those days, was coming out of my body. As I rose up in spirit, I saw all these wounded and tired soldiers lying everywhere, and I heard them crying for water. Then I saw one of the most beautiful pictures I have ever seen in my life. A light was coming toward these soldiers. As the light got nearer, I saw it was a woman carrying in one hand a lantern, and in the other a pitcher of water. She stopped at every wounded soldier, gave him water, and covered the face of every dead soldier. I watched her going from one to another. Then I thought this must be Florence Nightingale that I had read about years ago. Then I seemed to float into a deeper sleep. For how long, I do not know. Another picture presented itself to me. I was looking at the entrance of the ward, and I saw a beautiful light coming toward it. As it came closer and closer, I could dimly see a form dressed in white. As she entered the ward, I could see a smile on her face and sympathy in her eyes. She was surrounded by a calm yellow light. As she came nearer to my bed, I felt she was coming to me, so I lay quiet, breathing softly. Soon I felt a pair of lips on my cheek, and a tear fell on my face. This woke me, but I did not stir. The next morning, after the most wonderful sleep, I asked the first nurse who came in to get me paper and pencil so I could write my dream. I wrote the scene of the night before, and kept it for Mrs. Burnham. When she came on duty, she asked me how I slept, the nicest sleep I have had in 2 weeks. Then I said, "I wrote this for you." She put it in her pocket, and at 9:30 she came to see me and said, "Mr. Stephenson, that is a beautiful dream, but at the end, was it still a dream?" I smiled. "You ought to know. You were in at the end of it. It will not happen again, but you looked so sweet, lying so calm and peaceful. I just had to." "You won't tell anyone?" "My dream?" I asked. "No." "The last scene of your dream?" "No, never as long as I am in this hospital." Chapter 4. Trading a skill for a skill. During my first weeks in the hospital, my leg was frequently dressed with fresh bandages, but I was immobilized and confined to my bed. Not being able to turn over, my back was feeling hot, and I was afraid of getting bed sores. When the morning nurse, Miss Riley, asked the usual question, "Did you sleep well last night?" I replied, "Yes, but after weeks of lying on my back, I need a pure alcohol rub. We are not allowed to use pure alcohol." I whispered to her, "If you can get good alcohol and rub my back, I will read your future." Her eyes opened wide. "Can you?" I will not only tell it, I will write it so you can check on it as you live your life through the next 20 years. In a few minutes, she was back with the precious stuff and gave me a wonderful back rub. When she finished, I said, "Bring pencil and paper and I will write it for you. I see that you will be superintendent of this hospital." "Me? Oh no, not me, Mr. Stephenson. It will be about 15 or 16 years from now, but don't tell anyone else what I have done for you. I knew full well that you could not keep a secret until the day was over. By the following day, I had received several back rubs and told as many futures." Dr. Wheeling came in acting angry and began to scold me as if he were mad. "What are you doing to these nurses?" "All the talk is about Mr. Stephenson." I said, "It's no use, doctor, it's too late. Feel my back, so nice and cool after several real alcohol rubs. I could tell you your future without a back rub." Dr. Wheeling asked, "Is this just a bluff to get service? How can you have told 3 nurses they will be superintendent of this hospital?" "That's true. Miss Delahan now, Miss Riley in 15 years, Miss Armstrong in 18 to 20 years, and Mrs. Burnham in the future will be superintendent for many years. Stephenson, you are a mystery. You have the hospital upside down," exclaimed Dr. Wheeling. "All we can hear is, Mr. S says this, Mr. S says that. Oh, right. Tell me mine, and I will let off the bawling out I came to give you. I don't believe you, but see what you can see in my hand." I took Dr. Wheeling's extended hand and began, "You are going on a train trip within 48 hours. Some kind of special trip. I see a nurse going with you. She is tall and strong. I don't think I have seen her yet." "All good so far," he said. "What else? I see you in New York. I think it is the Penn Hotel, standing at the desk asking for not 2 rooms but just one with twin beds." Wheeling pulled his hand away and said, "Stephenson, you know too damned much." Just then Dr. Gurley came and said, "I may as well be in this too." He held out his hand. I reported, "You have a big family." "Someone told you that?" "Yes, I have 5 sons. Well then, numbers 1, 3 and 5 will be good sons, but numbers 2 and 4 will cause you lots of trouble. That can be avoided if you treat them right as they grow up. But you seem already to show partiality that is not being fair. Better make them all alike. Either all doctors or all miners. None of my boys will be miners." I continued, "You will live to the day when you will see it, and you will remember my words, but will not profit by them." "You don't believe me?" There was no reply. "Well," I commented, "we can have our little joke, doctor. Just forget it. It's just a pastime, and I will have lots of time to pass before I get out of this hospital. I want the people who read my story to know I am not a fortune-teller. I see the path the individual has to walk if he uses his free will and follows the path most suitable to himself." The next morning about 7 o'clock, 3 nurses came into the ward and did not even speak to me. They grabbed my bed and took me for a nice ride along the hall, through a ward, into a sun porch, pushed my bed up against the wall, and no one spoke a word. Neither did I. It was not long before the doctor came in and asked, "How do you like your new place, Stephenson?" "Am I to stay here, doctor?" "Yes, this is yours as long as you are in the hospital. I cannot have you in a ward. You are breaking all the rules of the hospital, and damn it, I like it. Smoke all you want to. Here is a box of cigars. I am going, as you said, to New York tomorrow, but I will rent 2 rooms, not 1. I hope you will feel better out of the ward." "Thank you, doctor." Dr. Wheeling made several trips to New York City to study new bone grafting procedures. It was 6 months before the first graft operation took place.